budget in terms of revenue collection, because the collection points where the government gets revenue from has really decreased because of the COVID-19 pandemic and economic stability that we have seen around, the effect of previously from interest capping where people were not getting finance. So a lot of businesses have come down, and even from corporate, SME, individual. So basically it will be aggressive, and Wajiko will be in pain for this one, for sure.
In terms of how the CAS is about to spread the budget, SMEs, who are the biggest contributors into the economy, you've correctly put it, actually have reduced because of the COVID-19.
Yes.
So it means that the CAS has to be a bit creative on how the money is going to be achieved.
So of course it's going to be, that's why you've seen the conversation of introducing tax like turnover tax, because this is tax even before you might be realizing losses, but the government is already taxing you. So those are avenues of aggressive taxation, whereby they are trying to increase the tax base as much as possible. They want to introduce different points of taxation throughout the supply chain. So by the time you bring something from wherever abroad, or you do value addition in this country, by the time it meets the consumer, so there are so many points in between of taxation. That's what we call aggressive taxation, where the government is trying to create different points in the supply chain to ensure that they get income from wherever position they can. And then we've seen them, it's frustrating for them to come back even to turnover tax before even we realize profit. So of course there are those challenges that they're going to introduce because of aggressive taxing, because of the whatever has affected the SME. And remember, the SME are quite a big chunk of taxpayers in this country.
What's the ripple effect?
So the ripple effect is basically what we would call in books crowding out effect, because once you tax the private sector more, of course you pinch them in their profit line. Of course they try to condense. People will close jobs. You look at the aggregate. We might be having someone who was doing farming in the village, so they buy pesticides or whatever input from these particular shops and this particular distributor who have been taxed, so they subsequently increase their cost. So the cost of production for that particular farmer is high. This farmer was giving sukuma wiki to a mama boga in the village. So this mama boga will not be able to realize the margin that they were realizing by buying from this particular farmer. So that particular mama boga has closed. So you look at aggregate, how many mama bogas will have closed? That's what we call the ripple out effect, or the crowding out effect. So it is specific to individual. But when you look at the entire economy, of course, it has an effect, a big one. Yes.